Alright guys, welcome back. We are watching Mushoku Tensei, Season 1, Episode 7. Last time, we just got to see some of Rudius's daily life, being Eris's tutor, and hanging out in Roa. Feels like he really has like a path set out for him. You know, he has a very concrete, like, laid out plan of where he wants his life to go. And we're doing it, I suppose, for the foreseeable future. I worry. I wonder if something could happen that could disrupt it. Kind of happened before. He wanted to stay in the village and hang out with Selphie, and that didn't really work out. So I don't know. I don't know. I just do wonder. Like 5 years is a long time, so it would surprise me if he actually is her tutor for 5 entire years, you know? But I don't know. Anything could happen. Who knows? Maybe we'll have a 5 year time skip in this episode. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. The title of this episode was What Lies Beyond Effort, which I just remember last week seeing that title. That excites me. That seems like a very meaningful title to me. I wonder what's going to be done with that. Okay. So, watch episode 7. You can line your copy up with this if you want to. We are starting in 3, 2, 1. Wintertime yet again. Oh, she's so good now. Oh, oh God, is she like trying to fake her out? Oh, that looks so good. And she blocked it anyway. I mean, that's very impressive, huh? Oh, it's yeah, right? Ah, is that the same rank Paul is at? Yeah, how about him? How's he doing? Not too great, I suppose. What's like the first level called again? Like basic or something? You think he'll even reach that? Like, I don't know. He's trying. He's trying his best. God, they got the maids out there shoveling the snow. Rough. It's very snowy around here, huh? I wonder if we're like far north or something? It's like so snowy, isn't it? Is it right? Please. Come on. It's not. Oh, don't throw a fit though, right? Come on. Okay. There we go. There we go. That is progress. Oh, there we go. Wonder if Eris is happy with that, or if she wants to, like, do a lot more magic, you know? Ooh. Interesting. Worried about her. Yeah, she has this attitude about Rudius. And I wonder why. Is it the Grey Rat thing? Something about the whole Grey Rat family stuff? I don't know. Hmm. Wonder how long he's been here now. Oh, nice. Right. Rudius, we gotta calm down, buddy. Hello there. Edna Rayroon. Okay. A consultation. What are we? Oh, about Eris's... I see. Okay. And she... Ah. Yeah. Is she... I don't know. I kind of can't imagine it, you know? Yeah. I mean, I bet she can do it if she really tries. But it's like this restricting thing, you know? Hmm. Oh, I see. I mean, maybe. Temporarily. Yeah, yeah. Although, no, I bet Rudy's just trying to get out of work, isn't he? Like, God. Hmm. I wonder how Eris feels about that. Right, right. I mean, he is busy all the time. I guess I get it. What is up, Philip? Oh, I see. Other languages? Yeah. A beast god. Oh god, I guess. Yeah, I was gonna say. I bet they right. Oh, I wonder like what the situation with that is exactly. Like are they like an oppressed minority, you know? Like, I don't know. Right, right. Uh-huh, uh-huh. He sure does. He sure does. God, just gonna learn a whole language. How many languages is he gonna learn? God. Oh, writing a letter to her. I see. Oh, lots of languages, huh? I mean, makes sense. Right. I feel like you're kind of getting close to being out of that window, though. I don't know. Over so soon, huh? That's oh god. Okay. Okay. Battle god. Like, what does that even? What does that even mean? Oh, her lessons aren't going well. Running off yet again. Okay. Okay. Oh, and she does not react very well to things like that. Oh god. Don't say that. Very. You're the one who's best with her, yeah. Come on. Hmm. I can just imagine that her attitude is she just doesn't care about it, right? Like it's so not the kind of thing she's interested in. It deserved. I don't know why, but it's deserved. Oh, looking up at the clouds. Oh, you shouldn't do that. Yeah. Ugh. There's a lot of stuff like that in life. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Like you have come to. Or like he even probably did back then. Oh, man. I feel like it's a little bit different, but yeah, I guess, right? Why do anything, you know? Why not just stay in your room forever? Sure. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Oh god. How how far Rudy's kind of has come. That's why in ways like that. Like god. Yeah, come on. God. I love her. Hmm. Oh, that was such a good scene. Oh. Oh, okay. She's like really rushing. Yeah. Oh, I wonder, right? God, what was that sound? Like his face shattered like glass. I feel like that's always her attitude. She always wants to rush into things and try and like, it's not a good match for like dancing, right? You have to take it slow and be on rhythm, I suppose. And Eris is not good at that. Or at least that's not her approach normally. I don't want to say she's not good at it, right? Just that isn't her approach typically. She just throws herself at things and kind of tries over and over, right? Learning his languages. Oh, are we selling it? Oh, I see. Really? A gold piece? Worth that much? He could, like, mass produce them. Like, we gotta start a factory. Oh, she seems so, yeah, so unsure of herself. I bet she hates that feeling, right? He still can't do it. A package, huh? What would this be? From, like, Paul, maybe? Oh no, they said not to contact him. Oh, I see. Right. No, it doesn't. It smells like wood. Ah, oh, still here, huh? Oh, what was this place called again? Oh god, right. How far he has come, huh? Yeah, this a punk. And like, what is wrong with this guy? Yeah, kill him. Like, thank you. Right. Oh, does she? I mean, she is a demon, right? Yeah, yeah. I would assume she knows it. She made a textbook by hand? What are you talking about, Roxy? Right, right. Oh god, how did that get here? What do you mean? Right. How did that get here? How is that even possible? Oh god. Yeah. Sh oh, Chiron. Okay, right. He is, like, similar to Rudius in a sense, right? Oh god. A handwritten textbook. That is crazy. Talk about putting an effort, huh? What? How are we how are we doing? Are we getting there? Oh, it's still like a struggle for her, right? It like never comes naturally, and that's like the hardest thing, right? That's probably why she loves like sword fighting, you know? Oh, okay. Maybe. Oh god. Oh no. Oh, because Eris has put in so much work, and she has tried so much, right? Like, it's not like she gave up, you know? It feels like her effort should be rewarded. What is that? Ooh, what a fancy party, huh? I look at him. No rice around here. Oh god, look at her. Look at her hair. I see, right. Like, I just think being the center of attention in and of itself is something that really seems like it bothers her, you know? I don't blame her. There's like a lot of pressure. All these things that don't come naturally. Yeah, right? That's why she likes Rudius so much. Because he doesn't act like that. Hmm. Oh god, already. Okay. If you want my favor. Ah, like she's just like a tool almost, right? That's, oh, I don't like that. That is a much deeper voice than I thought he was gonna have. I'm used to Rudius, I suppose. Okay, okay. Is this just like the some kind of classic dance or something, so they both know it? Oh, she's like still rushing, isn't she? Oh no. Oh god. Oh god. Start yelling at her right away. Like, I'm worried she's gonna run away. Oh, shut up. She's stupid. That's what they think. Like, when she's put in so much work, right? Like, Boreas family. Okay. I mean, yeah, he can dance with her. They've practiced so much, right? God, he's so nervous too, right? He doesn't do things like this. It does not come naturally to him either. Oh, okay. I was kind of wondering. What ran through my head there is I was wondering if Philip wanted this, maybe, but I don't know. Maybe not. Okay, okay. He's danced with her so much, like surely. Oh, she's so nervous. Yeah, no, she is like right. Oh, it's so hard. Right. Oh well, it's the pressure. Sure, right? If you can just not pay attention. Oh, really, huh? I see. The placebo effect. Right. Oh, make it like it's about sword fighting almost, right? I see. Like try and channel what she's like good at. Oh. Ah, amazing. Yeah. Oh god, don't open your eyes. Keep them closed. Oh, this is so good. Aw. Oh, amazing. Ah, there we go, right? Come on. No, no claps? No? It's, I guess. Well, we were happy. All right. We did it. Okay. It's thank you. There we go. God. And she got her grandfather's approval, I suppose. Ah, but that pressure she feels from it, you know. Yeah, try to like channel it through something she's good at, something she understands. Sure. I guess. That's kind of a complicated way to explain it. I don't know. It's hey, what about you? Yeah, exactly. It's oh god. They're after his hand, huh? Hmm. Rather, he didn't stand out. Okay, buddy. Rudius is 8. What are what are you talking about? Thank you. God. Oh, wands? Ah, right. Nice. What? You don't want a wand? Come on. Ooh. Oh, it's like she would rather have a wand. It's come on, right? Yeah. Hmm. Oh, right, right. Oh, I see. Ah, is that okay to give away? Yeah. Evil wolves won't attack you at night. Aw. Yeah, it seems much more meaningful, I suppose. Yeah, that's it. It's okay. Yeah, right, right. Uh-huh. Of course. God, Paul. Oh, we're still all dressed up, huh? Ooh. I, yeah. Oh. Oh. Oh, huh. Oh, sees the ring and the wand in her hand, right? It's like he wants to use the ring as like an excuse, basically. Huh. What's... Oh god. Yeah. Well, oh, I'm kind of worried about what we're about to come across. Oh, I see. Oh, I don't know if I... Oh, right. Yeah. Right. What is that? Okay. If you say so. Because it's better that way. It's a black hole. Like, what are we talking about? Oh god. Don't say that. Something... that's gonna happen next episode somehow. Okay, okay. That was a really good episode. That was a really good episode, actually. So many good scenes there. That little moment near the end there with Rudius and like the ring thing. Huh. He didn't. He didn't do it. Right? The bar for Rudius's actions is 1 inch off the floor, right? But a lot of people are there. A lot of people are at that point. That doesn't mean the bar isn't raising, right? He's making progress. He really is, right? Hmm. Like, what do you think? You think the ring is definitely just like an excuse he's using, obviously, right? Like, the ring doesn't actually work. I just think he doesn't understand like his own feelings in that moment, right? He doesn't understand why he doesn't want to do it, I suppose. Huh. What lies beyond effort. Maybe that's what lies beyond effort, right? Hmm. Oh, I'm glad we got some Roxy in this episode. I hope that just keeps happening. We just exchange letters with her for the rest of the series. Turning point 1. That sounds terrifying. Okay, we'll talk about the episode in the discussion. Okay, let's talk about the episode. I really enjoyed that one. That might have been my favorite episode of the show so far. I kind of think it is. Just lots of really good scenes. Just right from the start, even just like this opening scene here, it sets stuff up well for the episode. It just it's really impressive. Like the animation in this scene is like crazy, isn't it? Like it's so good. It's so like fluid. And like man, like the when Ghislaine like flips the sword around in her hand, it like looks it's crazy. It looks crazy, right? Like here, let me see if I can God, I don't know. It's awesome. This is a really cool sequence, right? Um and then yeah, just the whole everything. The title of the episode really makes you think, right? What lies beyond effort, which we talk about a lot in this episode, right? Eris having to put in so much effort. Why even try anything? What is the point of putting effort in, right? Why not just live the way Rudius did, right? Like sounds so much easier, right? If that's possible for you, right? And you got to make money somehow normally. Most people aren't in a position in which that's something that they can do. But if a lot of people didn't have to worry about money and didn't have to worry about that kind of thing, how many people do you think would just end up being like Rudius and just staying in their room forever and not doing anything with their life, right? Probably a lot of people, right? And I totally get that. I get that desire, I suppose, right? To just not even want to, right? Like, just what is the point when effort is so hard, especially when it feels like a lot of the time it just doesn't even pay off, right? Like, God, this whole sequence with Eris and the dancing and stuff, she put in so much work, right? She didn't give up, right? So it feels like that effort should be rewarded. And it is in this case, right? With Rudius's help, I suppose. A lot of the times it might not be, though. If Rudius wasn't here, if Rudius hadn't stepped up, Eris would feel like all of that effort she put in was for nothing. I would still argue that it wasn't, right? That it wasn't for nothing. That she did still that there's some kind of value that you get from that kind of thing. Even if right here in this moment where it feels like all of that effort is being evaluated by other people, it feels so horrible. I still think there's meaning to it. There has to be, right? There just has to be. Thankfully, I mean it does end up working out, right? It certainly does. Now, Eris has to be my favorite character. Like, for sure, right? I love her so much. She's amazing. She's great. She's great. This whole talk right here is, we're definitely gonna have to talk about that. And then this ending, this like ending scene here with Rudius in the ring, right? This alone kind of gives me more reason to like understand that scene in the last episode for sure, right? It really is. It really is establishing the point that Rudius is at, right? Um and that was the point. That was the point of that scene in the last episode, right? Was to establish that that is the point Rudius is at in his life and show him changing, right? Changing not because he received some kind of horrible punishment or, anything like that, right? No, he changed, right? And the question is, what the episode title makes me think about is that idea of effort, right? What lies beyond effort? Um, because it makes me think, like, in this moment, when Rudius looks down at the ring, right? He looks down at the ring and more importantly, in my mind, the wand in her hand, which is kind of a representation of the connection that they have, how he cares about Eris, right? Eris is certainly the person in this world now that he has become the most connected to, right? Especially after this scene, right? Him having these moments of like, Eris is just like me, right? She's a person I can relate to so much, right? It's hard for him to view other people like that, especially in this world. He's kind of viewed everyone as if it's like a video game. Um, in a sense, right? I think in a way that's just like a defense mechanism he kind of has because of how who he is, how he's been for so long, right? But that was kind of impossible to hold up that facade almost here with Eris, right? Because it just hits so hard to like his core, things that are so important about him understanding Eris having that same problem, just this unavoidable feeling he has of seeing her as another person because he can relate to her so much. There's no way for him to escape that, right? And I think in at the end here in this scene looking down at her hand, looking down at the wand and the ring and all of that. It's just his realization that, yeah, that Eris is a person, right? In the last episode, he was treating her in that very uncomfortable scene so much like just an object, right? The same way he kind of automatically views any woman in this entire world, like his immediate thoughts on seeing any of them for the first time. Um, but not anymore, not with Eris at least, right? Not with this understanding he has of her, right? And yeah, again, the bar for Rudius is in hell, right? It is way down there, right? Sure. But a lot of people are at that point, right? A lot of people, whether you like that idea or not, genuinely are at that point, right? Where at the very least, maybe they aren't as bad as Rudius. Maybe they don't do as horrible things as Rudius does, right? It did in the last episode, right? Sure, right? I think a lot of people don't because they aren't in the kind of situation Rudius is in right now, where he engages with all of this as if it's a like video game almost. Like right? I think that's also pretty explanatory of his behavior. Um, but the more important factor is just that way that he views other people, right? Which I think extends to more than just this world even. It's just like everyone, right? And in his previous life too, the way it seems like he thought about the world. Like he blamed the world for his situation. It felt like he didn't engage with other people in like any kind of meaningful way. Like him not going to his parents' funeral and all of that stuff. It was very much like the same issue he still has now, that fear of like connection and attachment and all of that, I suppose. And what we're doing with that here with Rudius is showing the horrible things that you can do to other people if that's how you feel about them, right? The putting us in his head, showing how uncomfortable and awful that is for him to have those feelings about other people and what he does with those feelings in the last episode, right? I think that's like a wake up call that genuinely think a lot of people who could be in Rudius's position, even I think it's like a spectrum almost, right? Somewhere close to there. That a lot of people might be able to get a lot of meaning out of, like for sure, right? Like absolutely. I mean that's kind of one of the most fundamental things about like human relationships at all is being able to genuinely understand other people's like experiences and their own sense of like self and everything right. Like I think that's such a I genuinely think that's something that is very difficult to like grasp, right? um and I think that's like basically what happens here, right? For Rudius, yeah, you can say it took him being able to truly relate to Eris and understand her in that way for him to reach there with at least this one person, with her, right? But maybe that is what it takes. And I think this is still just progress. This is progress for in the future. His attitude towards everyone and everything about his life and the way he engages with others changing with time, right? Yeah, yeah. So to tie it back to the title, What Lies Beyond Effort, it just makes me think, in this moment, did Rudius have to exert himself in order to not assault Eris? Did he have to put in this great monumental effort to not do that? No, right? Not at all. He just didn't, right? He's like, I guess that ring does work. He just suddenly has this feeling of like, oh, I shouldn't do that, right? Which is the same feeling that most people have that prevents them from doing awful things, right? There isn't some great amount of effort that anyone has to put in to not go around killing people or something, right? Or at least not almost anyone, right? It's not some massive amount of effort you have to put in, which I think that in and of itself is kind of the idea. That's kind of like what change is in a way, right? Most people are never at that point, right, where they view other people as so different from themselves that they're willing to do terrible things to them like that. But I think Rudius here, we see this very realistic evolution of the way that he views Eris, where this is what lies beyond effort, I suppose, is like this genuine change in the way he views her. And it's not something he had to like work for, really, right? He did in a sense. He had to open himself up and be able to relate to her, allow himself to relate to her. And I guess maybe you could say that is the effort, and this is what lies beyond it. Is that change, I suppose, right? That's what lies beyond effort, I guess, right? Because you don't have to put an effort forever for every little thing. You know what I mean? it will get easier and easier for Rudius as he continues on in this life to be the kind of person that he should be, that he wants to be, I suppose. We still, we've talked about that. Who's making the evaluation of when you're a good person or not? I don't know, right? It can't just be yourself. You have to like look to other people too, I think, right? It has to be some kind of mixture of those things, right? But yeah, it'll get easier and easier, right? And I guess that is what lies beyond effort, is you don't have to, like Eris trying her heart out in this whole episode to learn dancing and all of that, right? It's definitely easier for her now, right? She enjoyed it. She enjoyed the dance with Rudius, right? That didn't feel like some monumental effort she had to put in to do that. And I think that's what it's for, right? That is what it's for, right? You have to try really hard, like Rudius has been for a while, right? Compared to the place he was at in his previous life. Rudius has been putting in literally infinite more effort than that since episode 1, because before he was putting in 0 effort, right? But it will get easier and easier as time goes on, right? He will continue to change as a person, be changed by the effort he puts in to understand other people. Other people will change him. I think that's where like most change comes from, right? That's kind of what happened in this episode, right? Eris and her problem, her being willing to talk to Rudius about it as well, is what changed him, right? That's what really did this. That's what made him have such a different reaction here than he had in the previous episode, right? Even if Eris herself doesn't understand that, it was a mutual thing between them, right? And I think that's how it works. That's how it works, right? And that's why I suppose the first thing Rudius really has to be able to get past to be able to like truly change like that is to be willing to open himself to other people and like engage with others in that way, which kind of for the first time he did in this episode. Right, like the conversation he had with Eris, this is definitely the most this is the deepest he's talked to someone about this kind of issue, right, that he can understand so much, right, that he has himself in the whole show so far, right? And that's where like real change and like meaningful stuff comes from in my mind, right? Yeah, so I get it now. I get it now. I understand the scene in the last episode, I guess, right? It was just there to illustrate the point that Rudius is at, and this is the payoff for that, right? This scene, right? As silly of a thing as it seems, doesn't that seem ridiculous, right? That it's such a big moment that Rudius does not sexually assault the sleeping child in his bed, right? Isn't that crazy? But it is, but it's actually so meaningful, isn't it? Like it really is. It really is, right? It's 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 such a big thing, right? And I think there are a lot of people that can certainly learn something from this for sure, right? If you really open yourself up to it, that's kind of that's the thing about Rudius is so many people watching this, right? I think basically everyone who watches this can say that they aren't as bad as Rudius, right? That they are not at the same point as him, that they wouldn't do the same things he's doing, and that their life is not as bad as his used to be. It's all of that, right? But I just wonder, in moments like this, seeing this kind of thing, right? Especially seeing this conversation he had earlier and like his thoughts about effort and all of that. It's interesting because I think a lot of people who would think that same thing about themselves being so much better than Rudius, right? Whatever you mean by better exactly. Um they don't have this kind of they aren't able to be like honest with themselves on this like even on this like basic level that Rudius is right here, right? I think a lot of people can learn stuff from this scene for sure, right? There's something for me to learn from it, definitely. I think everyone, really. There's something to think about here. There's something there for sure, right? It's that core thing of just being able to engage with others like as yourself, I suppose, right? It just makes me think about like being able to view Rudius himself as a person too, I suppose, right? Being able to view all of the characters in the show like Rudius and Paul who have done really not good, terrible things, right? Things that really make you uncomfortable, right? Being able to view them as people too in some way, I suppose, right? And again, I guess like I said last time, I don't think in any way it's making excuses for his behavior. Certainly, right? Like this is the I like obviously, right? Like what Rudius did in the last episode to Eris is not supposed to be was never supposed to be seen as like a good thing, right? Of course, the show never portrayed it in that way. And this is a pretty clear example of that, right? The way it shows him now not doing it, right? Obviously, right? Yeah, no, just such a I that's so good though. Just the more I think about it, the more I love that, right? And the last like important thing to talk about here is the fact that he uses the ring as an excuse, right? He says, "I guess that ring does work," right? He's unable to, I guess, be honest with or unable to understand his own feelings, right? That he has, right? I think because of how long he has been like this, how long he's viewed other people in the way he does, I think him having these feelings right now, him reaching towards Eris, and his hand just like slows down as he looks at her the wand and the ring, right? Um, I think he just gets this feeling inside, I imagine, of just like I shouldn't do this, right? The same feeling that I think everyone would have in this situation for the most part, right? Like why this would be an unimaginable thing to do, you know? Um, and Rudius himself, he just doesn't he's not able to be honest with himself about that feeling. He doesn't understand why he has it exactly, right? Because he's viewed other people in that way for so long. He's so not used to having this kind of relationship with someone and being able to view another person in that way, that he's not able to explain it, right? He's not able to explain why he has the feeling that he has right here, you know? Yeah, yeah, that's I just I love that so much. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Anyway, okay, yeah. So first scene here is Eris being awesome. She's so good at sword fighting, right? I think a large reason why in this episode she struggles so much with the dancing thing, is because like her go-to thing for like sword fighting and magic and like the scene in a minute here, I think it's like during the opening even, or somewhere in here when she's doing the writing and stuff and she like gets all of them wrong and Rudius is like, I these are all wrong. Yeah, right here, right? She just takes it back, erases it all, and tries again, right? That's like her go-to strategy for anything, right? She just throws herself at it again and again and again until she gets it right. And that kind of that like rushing, like almost impatience, I suppose, with herself that kind of feels that doesn't really work with dancing, right? Dancing is this very slow and like methodical thing, right? That she's so like not practiced at that kind of thing, right? It reminds me of like what I've said several times about how her position as like a noble in all of this, she's so different, I guess. She's such a different person than all of those expectations and pressures on her, what it means to be a noble, how she should act as being in this big noble family and all of that. She's so different than that, right? And she can't help that. That's just who she is, right? Um, and I feel like the dancing and her struggle with that is like a perfect representation of that, right? That's like another thing that is just a clear link between her and Rudius. How Rudius just you know, he was unable to conform and fit in and work with society at all, right? He just completely fell apart, right? That's a very understandable thing, right? There's so many things about society, like in our world, right, that you have to be able to fit into these boxes to be able to function, and Rudius just was not able to do it. He just fell apart and just like gave up, I suppose, right? And I guess the question is like, well, one, should those things change, right? Is it kind of unfair that the world works like that? That there are these pressures on Eris now, what it means to be a noble, how she's supposed to act because of that, right? Or Rudius in on Earth, right, in his previous life, all the things that led him to just shutting himself in his room and staying there forever. Is it unfair that those things exist? Yeah, right? Would it be good if those things changed? If Eris was freed from all of those constraints, right? Maybe, right? But at the same time, I think you kind of those things are going to exist no matter what. Those pressures that tell you how you're supposed to be and how you're supposed to act and all of that are always going to exist in any kind of society at all, any kind of social setting, right? And it's just like a give and take thing, right? I think you have to learn to work with it and you have to learn to still be yourself despite that, I suppose, right? It seems like Eris's problem is she feels this pressure to be someone who is entirely like not herself at all. in this kind of situation at her party here, right? What it means to be a noble. She feels like she has to be so she's so on edge and so worried and so so not Eris, right? And the answer to it in the end was her to channel this thing that actually is so meaningful to her and does and is like part of herself, this swordsmanship thing, something she actually does find meaning in, and use that in order to succeed, right? Use that in order to fit in a way, right? Not lose herself entirely to all of those things, right? Because that's like if you wanted to be a pessimist, right? You could say that the only options you have are to fit in completely or shut yourself away and give up like Rudius, right? But there has to be a middle ground. And there certainly is, right? That's what this episode is like about, right? Is that idea you can still be yourself. You cannot lose yourself completely to all of those same pressures that Eris is feeling here, right? You can still have it, right? You can still have the things that are important to you despite all of those expectations and everything that are on you, right? Eris has it pretty rough, obviously, right? It seems very constraining, right? It seems like she's viewed almost as like a tool, like the way that Sora said, whoever wants my favor, take my granddaughter's hand. That's scary, right? Let alone that puts even more pressure on her, doesn't it? Like, because she knows that she's that important of a thing. Frankly, she's kind of being objectified yet again in this scene by Soros, by just this whole system of nobility and stuff, right? And that's kind of how it is, right? That's kind of one of the big issues with like this idea of like nobility and like hierarchy like that is, yeah, you have a lot of power, perhaps, right? Being a noble, but if bloodlines are important and all of that kind of thing is important, then in a sense, that's more important than yourself, right? That the fact that you are a noble, the fact that you are a gray rat, is in a lot of people's eyes more important than anything else about you. And that's like the struggle, I suppose, with self-identity and managing to be yourself and stuff that I guess this episode is all about, right? Yeah. Anyway, we're really jumping around, but that's okay. Rudius finished this Roxy doll, which is apparently like it's a perfect recreation of Roxy, down to the moles, I guess. How does Rudius know all of that? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. But the dance teacher here, what was her name again? Edna, I think. Yeah, Edna Rayroon. What a interesting name. I wonder. We have Gray Rat, Ray Rune. I wonder if that's kind of how last names are in this world, right? Do we know Ghislaine's last name? I don't think we do we? I wonder if that's how last names work though. If it's like two words just kind of like put together, right? Two like English words, I guess. Gray Rat, Ray Rune. Maybe. I wonder what that means then. I wonder if it's like if the names like merge or something, how like marriage and stuff like that works for like last names. I don't know. Because I was thinking again in this episode about Philip and what he is doing with Rudius and what he like wants with that. Because as I was just saying with the whole Eris stuff about her identity and what it means to be a gray rat and how all the pressure that is put on her because of that. Rudius is kind of in that same position, right? He is also a gray rat, and as Philip said in the last episode, having a gray rat at all is an important piece to have, right? Like his chessboard he had. It just makes me worry. It really makes me worry about what might be going on with all that, huh? So in 6 months, Eris is turning 10. Her big party, right? It's every 5 years, right? They have the big birthday parties. And we passed through that 6 months, so I guess Rudius has been here for like a year by that point, right? So I assume, right, somewhere around that amount of time. But he gives up some of his class time so she can practice dancing more, which I'm sure Eris fucking hates even more, right? Like, because I think she actually enjoys, for the most part, all of the lessons she gets to have with Rudius, and it's like she has to give up some of that to do the stupid dancing that she doesn't even want to do in the first place. Yeah. He gets some free time. And with his free time, what he immediately decides to do is start learning a bunch of languages, which, like, man, I guess, Rudius, you're much more proactive than I am. That makes sense. That's kind of an amazing thing to do, frankly. Like, sure, I guess that's probably pretty smart. I just that is not what I would do with my free time, that's for sure. But yeah, we got all these different languages. There's beast god, demon god, battle god, which like what does that even mean? I there's a lot of stuff. There is a lot of stuff. We talked about the beastkin a little bit, which just it really worries me. What is the position of the beastkin in society? Right, they're all servants. At the end of the episode, there's a very uncomfortable scene with Soros. Yeah, having doing something with one of them, right? Which like is that can't be good, right? Like the power struggle there, the power dynamic there is that's not great, huh? It makes me wonder if the Beastkin are like I don't know, they're like oppressed or something. They're viewed as lower class or some sort, you know? If they're all just being servants here. I don't know. I don't know. Makes you think, I guess. Makes you think. You really do have gray rat blood, which I Philip is indeed well aware of, huh? Yeah, Rudius gets a million books to try and learn all of these languages. Writes a letter to Roxy. I love us having this back and forth communication with Roxy. It's so great. Like just think about how crazy Rudius's evolution and just like all the steps he's taking, everything he's doing has to be in Roxy's eyes, right? She showed up to tutor this like 2-year-old dumb little kid who was suddenly amazing at magic, could do magic in a way that she had never seen before and learned to be as good as her. It's ridiculously quickly, right? And now he's a tutor at the age of 8, and now he's, he's doing all this crazy stuff, you know? Like that is, man, it's something I've really been thinking about that like is brought up in the scene when he talks to Eris later in the episode when she says that Rudius can do anything, right? He is in such he's in such a different position than he's ever been in before. He has never had people looking up at him like that, right? Like thinking of him as someone impressive and that kind of thing. I just wonder how he's going to react to that, you know? Because what is his own self-image? I think he still thinks very poorly of himself, right? I don't think he thinks of himself as actually, like in his heart of hearts, as someone who is like someone impressive and amazing and whatever, right? I think as his further understanding of this world and being true to himself and his feelings about other people continues to like grow, right? Him being able to view others as people and like admit that to himself. It's kind of always been cope. It's kind of always been a defense mechanism for him, right? I think his own self-image will kind of like slip, right? Will continue to his true feelings about himself and the kind of person he actually thinks he is will like he's gonna have to address that someday, I suppose, right? And I think it's gonna be harder and harder for him to do so. Right now, if he views the world in this way of it being like a video game and all of this, right? In this very like tropey way of thinking of it as an isekai, basically, and all of that stuff. Um, he can imagine himself to be, oh, he's the impressive main character and all of this, but as his relationships with others get more personal and the way he views other people gets more personal, then like the true way he views himself has to come out. He has to put more and more of himself into Rudius and into his relationships with other people. And I don't think he trusts that. I don't think he trusts himself or thinks anything good about himself at all. So, I don't know. I don't know. I can just imagine in the future people thinking very highly of him in the far future and him not being able to understand or deal with that, right? Because of the way he views himself, you know. There's Battle God, Beast God, Demon God. It's a whole lot of languages. Roxy knows Demon God, of course, because she's a demon, right? Yeah, yeah. Winter passes by. Rudius has just been studying this whole time and cannot get it down. You can ask Elaine about Beast God, which he does in the episode. Battle God's like human, so he kind of gets it, I guess. But Demon God has me stumped. I don't get it. I wonder if it's just like a completely different kind of language, like English compared to Japanese, you know? How the grammar rules and the written language and everything is just radically different in every way. Like probably, right? Like it's a lot easier to go from like learn English to learning German or something compared to learning English to learning Chinese, you know? Probably something like that. Probably something like that. Eris runs off yet again, right? She's been putting in so much work, right? It's not like she gave up right away or anything, right? She has been trying. It's been months, you know? She's been putting in so much work. And unlike swordsmanship, which she was able to succeed at, right, so well, right? She's so good at it, you know? In this case, she has to keep throwing herself at something that she just gets this horrible, disappointing feeling from just sucking at. It's, you know, just over and over again. That's why it's so hard to learn how to do like new like difficult things is because for so long you'll just suck and it's just you won't get like those endorphins from being good at something and getting like that easy quick you know feedback like that, right? So why put an effort at all? Why even try, you know? Yeah. I love how she just kicks him down. Like, God. I kind of get it though. She just wants some space, right? She doesn't, you know, like, sure, right? She probably feels overwhelmed. Yeah, yeah. Just looking up at the sky, huh? I don't need dancing. That is an interesting way to put it, right? That she doesn't need it, right? You don't really need anything, do you? You don't need swordsmanship. You don't need magic. Why do anything at all if you don't need it, right? Well, there are certainly reasons you might want to be good at it, right? Things that it might give you, right? Purpose behind it that you might find meaningful. I'll skip the party. Oh God, I can't really blame her though. It's just this giant God, the pressure she must feel and all of that, right? I wonder if she really feels like the party is even for her, you know? Like it must feel so I bet it feels bad hearing what Sora said, like, if anyone wants my favor or whatever, take my granddaughter's hand. You know, it's supposed to be her. It's supposed to be about her and her party, you know? It's just such a but it becomes like this big spectacle just because of who she is, because she's a noble and all of this, right? Yeah, it's your party, you can't skip it. How long do you think it had been since Rudius had a birthday party, right? Like what I mean, when he was in his room for 20 years, there's no way he was having birthday parties, right? Like he totally gets it, and I imagine it's probably the same. It's a similar feeling, right? That feeling of what Rudius thinks would happen if he really did step out there and you know, outside of his room in his old life and try and have a birthday party or something, right? Like imagine how it must have went after he first started locking himself in his room and all of that, right? I bet on his first birthday following that, his family probably really wanted him to come out on his birthday. I bet they tried to like plan a party and whatever they would normally do for it. They tried to do that like usual, right? And I bet in that moment, Rudius had to be more stubborn than ever, right? To try and get it across and try and like be so selfish and so like firm in his position and try and like get it across to them that he's not leaving his room at all, right? He had to refuse, of course, right? And that's yeah, so he can get it, you know, he can totally like that feeling, right? That like stubbornness and all of that. That's what Eris is feeling for sure. Why do I have to do things I'm no good at? That is a hard question, huh? He looks down at these ants, right? What do you think about these ants exactly? You know, they're carrying this big grasshopper, right? It's a collaborative effort, which is interesting. You know, every individual ant has to put an effort here, right? But each individual one isn't the one carrying the grasshopper. I bet if one of those ants gave up, the other ones would still be able to be carrying it, right? So why don't all of them give up then, right? Well, you can't. Then the grasshopper wouldn't go anywhere. You know, you can kind of think of it in terms of like effort over time as well, right? Like, if dancing's going to take me 6 months to learn, I then like why you know that's such a slow, arduous process. You know, why even bother, right? It's like every ant represents a day almost, you know? I know how she feels. That's how I ran away in my old life. But I know she'll regret it someday, like he has come to. Yeah, yeah. She'll be thinking, if only I had tried harder back then. Or just the effort the ants have to put in to move this in the first place, right? Like the monumental effort that they have to do to bring this food back to their what's it called? An ant hill, I guess. I don't know. Nest. Ants don't really have nests, you know, but you know what I mean, right? It's like why even do that? Well, you gotta live. You gotta eat food to live, right? But there's probably some easier food that might last less time, might be less valuable to get. But yeah, yeah, I get it. I get it. She'll be thinking, if only I had tried harder back then, which yeah, the regret he feels. And in a way, that's probably an obstacle he has towards being able to put himself all into trying in this world too, is it probably reminds him so much. That thought probably goes through his head all the time, right? Probably keeps him from doing a lot of things he even would want to do in this world now. Just that realization, it's like, what if I had just done this? What if I had been like this before, you know? He probably thinks about it a lot, you know? Yeah. You wouldn't get it, Rudius. You can do everything. Man, but he can't. He can't at all, right? Has to be such a crazy thing for him to hear, because he does not feel like that, even in the slightest. You know, yeah, yeah. There are plenty of things I can't do. At the same time, he should recognize, of course, that there are a lot of things that are easy for him that Eris can't do, of course, right? He doesn't have the same pressure to be like a noble in the same way she is, and he doesn't have to learn dancing. He doesn't have to learn all these things, right? It really is. It's this raw understanding of another person in this way that Rudius has to be able to like genuinely engage with, right? That I think everyone understands, right? Like inherently, everyone knows that other people are other people too, obviously. But like actually engaging with that and understanding that, like genuinely, like what that really means, I think that's a hard thing to like think about, you know? Yeah. For example, I started learning foreign languages recently. Like what a God, that just feels like such a different thing. You know, he's learning some foreign languages for fun. I guess. But he'll keep studying, right? Even though he does keep facing failure, right? He was screaming about how he can't do it, you know. But he does keep trying, right? Because he thinks it'll be worth it in the long run, right? It's a hard question to answer. Yeah, I mean, why do anything? Why do anything at all? You know, looking at your hand, right? It's like, yeah, yeah, maybe because the worse I am at something, the better I feel when I work at it and learn how to do it. Right, sure, like that long delayed gratification, but I kind of think even that might be. I think there's a lot more to it than just that, even, right? Like, because it's really hard. It's really hard to work for something, work for anything with that long-term gratification in mind, you know? I don't know. I don't know. You give dance practice another try, I'll help you. And she slides down and punches him in the head. Like, Eris, we gotta work on the violence thing. But you know, I get it. That's how you've gotta train Rudius with violence. I understand. I understand. It's what he needs, of course. So we practice dancing, right? She's like rushing so much. It's probably, you know, it's like her feeling this desire to prove herself. You know, she feels like she has to rush and try and like really show off and all of that, you know. I that's what leads to her like rushing like this and all of that, you know. Yeah, it makes complete sense. And it's not going well. It is not going well, not at all. God. Ask Elaine for help with Beast God. I wonder how good of a teacher she is with that, huh? I don't know. I don't know. Trying to learn. I don't even know. What's this one? I wonder. Demon God, Battle God, something. Who knows? Who knows? He sells this figurine of Roxy for a gold coin, which is like crazy, isn't it? But I guess it took him a long time to make that, right? It took him a very long time. So I don't know, but I'm saying he's gotta set up an automated magic factory somehow and start pumping those things out. Like we gotta introduce capitalism, like real capitalism to this world. And and Rudius can be the first billionaire, right? Sounds perfect. Surely that be, you know, like come on, right? Anyway, a package arrives. It is a return letter from Roxy. Talking about effort, Roxy, this poor girl, wrote an entire textbook by hand for Rudius. That is crazy, right? Rudius better cherish this thing more than anything he's cherished in his entire life. That is the most ridiculous thing anyone has ever done for him. Right? Like that is crazy, you know? Like man, it's like hard to even think about like how important he is to her the fact that she would put in that amount of work, how meaningful their connection really has to be, how much she has to care about him, how much he must mean to her for her to be willing to do this for him, like, man, that has to be just such a hard thing to even come to terms with, like, God. She is still in the Sharon kingdom, right, tutoring the prince here, who's just like a lunatic, right? Like, I don't know, like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? He's like Rudius in a way. There's this obvious like parallel between his crazy perversions and the way Rudius was acting, I guess. But I don't know. I don't really know what to say about it. He's just a lunatic, and he gets set on fire. So I like if this guy keeps doing this even after Roxy sets him on fire over and over again. Maybe he is a lost cause, right? We found the person who's worse than Rudius. Like, I don't know, right? I guess maybe the difference is he's not putting in the effort. I don't know, right? He's not hardening himself and trying like he should, right? Maybe that's the difference, right? Maybe we'll have a redemption arc for him, huh? He seems so distant now. I'm still dealing with this prince's burning lust, like, literally, right? Anyway, yeah, he's trying to learn Demon God. She read this textbook, which is crazy, like, insane. Somehow how did this get here? How did the figurine of her to get here? Like, what do you mean the robe is removable? Fruitius, what are we doing? Like, ridiculous. I may suffer a fatal curse in the near future. It's weighing on me. It's like a voodoo doll or something. Maybe that kind of magic exists in this world. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, like look at all this, right? I guess it's like comparisons. It's like there's like demon and there's like human, right? I don't know which is which. They look like very different like alphabets, very different systems of writing, right? And I guess it's I assume this is human up here because that's how it's like prefaced, right? And then these are like excerpts of demon, right? Underlined parts. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, yeah, very cool. Very cool. Dang. Impressive. Impressive. The way all the pages are like individually crinkled because she wrote it page by page. Just that is ridiculous, you know? I mean, she's a good teacher. She's a good teacher. I'm sure she knows how to do this, you know? Yeah, how to like make a curriculum for it, I guess. Anyway, the dancing continues. We've got it down, like kinda. Edna seems very unsure. Yeah, right. Gotta try your best. I mean, that's all you can do, right? And it's time for the party. What the hell is this? Like, what am I, what am I looking at? Right? That is not like very appetizing. To me, that is for sure. It's a very fancy, refined party. Rudius is all dressed up. Wants some rice, of course. Eris's hair is like ridiculous. Her hair is bigger than her. Like what? Like it's absurd, right? Hmm. Happy birthday. We see like the sweats, just the tension on her. Yeah, it's so oh god. So much pressure, so much pressure. Today's main event. If you want my favor, take my granddaughter's hand, which like, yeah. God, so scary, right? So hard. And okay, so this is the interesting thing. Going back to Philip's whole plan, I guess, and what I imagine Philip is maybe doing with Rudius here and stuff. Like I don't know, right? This guy fails his dance with Eris, of course, right? Rudius is the only one who could possibly succeed, so I suppose, right? That's the idea, I guess. Um, Obviously, when Eris fails, it's very sad. It's like horrible, right? I feel so bad for her. If her effort truly ended up being for nothing in a way, from her perspective, that would be terrible. All the things these people say about her, like shut the hell up, right? But Rudia steps up to dance with her, right? Philip has like a reaction to that. I just wonder if that's what Philip is trying to do, right? I think he wants to like control Rudius, right? I think he's trying to maybe not like unite the Grey Rat family, but have Rudius as like a bargaining chip or as like one of his pieces, right? And I just wonder if this connection to Eris and stuff is something he's intentionally trying to like motivate, right, for that purpose, you know? But I don't know. Philip does have like a reaction when Rudius does this, which like God, it's so hard for Rudius too. He does not do this kind of thing either. He's also very nervous in this situation, of course. You've done it now. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, they dance. It's amazing. Rudius knows just what to do. He tries to like equate it to like her like dodging or like parrying and like swordsmanship, which is very cool. Very cool, right? We've talked about like the meaning behind that, I suppose, right? Her not having to be crushed by like all the pressure and tension she feels right now. She can still be herself, right? Yeah, yeah. Of course, of course. Oh, it's so good though. It's so the animation and everything. I love like the long we get like some long panning shots and like a circle. Oh, it's so cool. It's so good. It's so happy. Hmm. Proteus is making a lot of happy memories, isn't he? Like this will be a day he will also look back on in the far future, I'm sure. There we go. And they finally clap. I really thought no one was gonna clap, and that really concerned me, but there we go. Hmm. I love how Eris like is what does she say? Like, yeah, see, Rudius is amazing. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, be proud of yourself. Like, please, come on. Like, man. The smile on her face is ridiculous. Like, what am I looking at? Philip, buddy, what are you talking about? Rudius is 8. Like, what do you mean if you take one to bed, don't get her pregnant? I think that is physiologically impossible. It's like, what do you mean? Like God. Anyway, Rudius gives his magic apprentices their wands now. Very nice, very nice. As I want to talk about it real quick because I just realized I didn't. I wonder why Eris's mother feels the way she does about Rudius, right? She keeps giving him these looks, right? Feeling like this. I don't know. I don't know what it is exactly about like magic. The reason I thought about this is because magic is brought up again, like her learning magic. Um, like Eris is like, Mother, watch me do magic, and she says, "My, how scary! Don't do anything too dangerous." That's such a like a dampening response. I wonder, like, does that say something about the way she feels about Rudius? I suppose feeling like it's a danger, like there's an issue there. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like why she has this like worry about him or something. I just wonder if it's because of Rudius's relation to Paul and all of that. Just something about the Grey Rat family stuff. That's kind of all I can assume. I don't know. I guess we just don't know anything about how Eris's mother like feels about all of this stuff, all Eris's position, and just all the things we've talked about, right? I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure we will get it eventually, and then we'll have something to say about it. Anyway, Rudius gives them their wands. Finally, right? Late, just like Roxy gave him his wand late. Ghislaine accepts it, of course. She seems to find great meaning in it, huh? And Eris seeing that, I suppose, wants it as well. Or is she just doing her normal thing? I don't know. I don't know. And a present from Ghislaine as well, which is the ring, right? This ring is a talisman passed down by my people, so that evil wolves won't attack you at night when you wear it. And it works. It works in a way, I suppose. That's another thing to think about with the ring. I wonder too if it's something about Rudius not wanting to be like Paul as well, right? Because that's this ring. We get this story. Rudius asks Ghislaine how she knows it works or it doesn't work. How it's a superstition. It's a Paul story, right? I don't want to hear it. Yeah, yeah. And I don't know. That's interesting. Something to think about, I guess. I don't know how Rudius feels about all of that. As Rudius continues to change, I wonder how his view of Paul might change and stuff, as like his view of himself and his actions and everything do. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, what a good scene, huh? 'Cause that ring does work. That might be my favorite scene in the whole show. The more I think about it, yeah. Anyway, he walks up here. Something not good is going on. I don't like this because of the whole power dynamic thing. Not much of a fan of that. But Soros here wants us to look up at this weird black hole thing in the sky. Apparently, it's nothing to be worried about because it's better that way. I feel like that can't be a good attitude to have, as being the one in charge of this whole area. Um, but I guess I don't know. Like, what am I looking at, right? I don't know, I don't know. I'll say a prayer too. May girls rain from the sky. That's gotta mean something, obviously, right? Like, that's gotta be this is some kinda little tongue-in-cheek thing here, right? There's gonna be a girl falling from the sky soon. At least one, I'm sure, right? Like, come on. I don't know, I don't know. Really, makes you think, makes you think. Eris is gonna get sucked up into the black hole and fall down. Like, I don't know, I don't know. Episode 7, What Lies Beyond Effort. Such a good episode. That was so good. Oh, man. Next time, apparently, we have Turning Point 1, which is scary. What do we mean by turning point? And 2, what do we mean 1? There's gonna be multiple? That's kind of scary. I guess life is probably pretty full of turning points, isn't it? Things that disrupt the everyday stuff, I suppose. Hmm. That concerns me, though. That deeply concerns me. But, I don't know. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see next time. So, if you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you think, and I will see you in the next one.